today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Daniel Jones and the New York Giants taking on Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, so happy to be with you to kick off this much-anticipated 2021 season. With me in the booth as we begin our sixth season together is, of course, Charles Davis. And, CD, so much to watch for coming up. What are you keeping an eye on?
Well, Brandon, I'm ecstatic to be back with you, of course, and we've got a good one right here out of the gate.
The longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. From a couple yards deep out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a 7-time Pro Bowl quarterback in his 10th NFL season now. That's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. On 4th down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. Here's Jackson. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and, of course, take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
The Giants needed and went out and got a bona fide #1 receiver in Kenny Golladay from Detroit, where he spent 4 seasons and twice went over 1,000 yards. He'll really help the young quarterback, Daniel Jones.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Throwing, Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. To throw is Wilson. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
First and goal from the 3. Williams. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Williams will try again, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Wilson firing quickly here, and that's complete. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Jones out to the right here to Shepard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. He'll get this one to Galladay. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw again. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Ball on the 8, it's 2nd and 4. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. There's the first NFL catch for Kadarius Toney. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 5-yard touchdown run, and the Giants have taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. this is up and good to make it 7-3. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now it's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. From the 41, Wilson. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again is Wilson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The kick by McManus is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Jones on first down. And that's complete to Shepard. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Jones. That's complete to Tony. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, They'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now Saquon Barkley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
Jones throw. Pulled in by Galladay.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who could turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Gets it quickly to Galladay. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Barkley will take it in for the Giants touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Gano for the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On second down, Gordon once more.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They run it here with Gordon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. Still going. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Point game offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Wilson sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Albert O there to make the grab. And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to give it to Gordon. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 69 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And that'll be caught by Tony. A strong running. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A 1st down carry for Barkley. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll go to Barkley again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. To Barkley on the check down. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And Barkley will try to punch it in, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Giants add on to their lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Gano now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down 24-14. A minute 54 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Here's Wilson. And a quick throw here that's complete. The Broncos in their hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. He's got Gordon. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now Wilson. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Wilson to throw. Able to get this to Gordon. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's a 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Throwing now is Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Again, Wilson. That's caught left side by Judy. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Able to slither. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And this will be recovered by the Giants, and that ought to just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Giants, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.